Hello, good morning guys, girls, and everyone in between. I am here today doing my mobilisation methods. This one is specifically for upper body pain and alleviating sore neck, shoulders and upper back. And it's coming off the back of a chat that I actually did yesterday, where we were talking about why mobilisation is so important in the first place. If you don't know what mobilisation is, or why I'm even here this morning, I'm just going to explain it all. So yesterday I did a chat about people becoming, especially now that we're in lockdown and we've been sedentary, more sedentary than ever over this lockdown period. Sedentary as well, kind of like not moving half as much as we used to. Most of us aren't even getting in our steps anymore because we just don't need to walk, we're not going anywhere. So with that has come an increased amount of people who are literally living with pain that isn't really necessary. And I'm going to say a quick hi because I know that people are jumping on to see this today, but I really can't see what's going on over on my screen. So if you do want to say hi, please say hi, and I'm going to get to you when I can, when I can see a little bit better. I'm actually going to stand up because I want to be doing some demos for you today. So yeah, so yesterday I spoke about the importance of moving it, or else you are going to lose it. And that doesn't just apply to old people. This is for us, like even late 25s and over, are all now starting to experience back pain, hip pain, neck pain, shoulder pain. And the really sad thing about it is that you're all starting to become resigned to the fact that this is life, but it isn't life. What's happening is you aren't moving inside your range of motion and you aren't mobilising the movements that you have. And the reason why we become stiff and achy is because if you think, okay, so cool, if this is my range of motion all the way up and all the way back in this arm, but I literally only let it move here and here, well, I'm now missing out on this whole range of motion, and it's going to be super hard for me to get it up there in future if I only ever keep it in this range of motion. And then you can start to see where all the problems come, because if I want to lift something or if I want to stretch up and get something, but I hardly ever make that movement happen, well, I'm going to start using parts of my body to stretch up and get that thing because I still want it. And I don't care how I get it, but my body's listening to what I'm saying and it's going to get that thing for me anyway. Similarly, things with neck, love talking about neck. Everyone's like, oh, I must have just slept on it or something. You probably did, but you definitely probably haven't been moving your neck around either for the mobilisation. And I can only say that because I know it, it's my job. And I work with so many people that don't see the importance of it. And me, myself, I never saw the importance of mobilisation until I had a serious surgery. And through mobilisation and physiotherapy, have been able to make this leg work all over again. I never used to have any feeling in it, still don't, but I didn't have any communication. And without those important exercises, I would never be here. Never. So I do know for a fact that they work. So yesterday we had a good chat about why it's so important. I've just been through it again. If you don't move it, you're going to become stiff and achy. And then also what can happen that goes one even worse than that is that, say we've woken up with this stiff, sore, achy neck, but now you're worried that if you do any stretches on it, you're probably going to make it worse. So now you're going to spend 5 days like literally keeping your head in one position because you're too scared to move it in case of hurting it more. And what would have helped is if you had mobilised in the first place, just a few minutes. You can even get some by putting your morning coffee on. That's what I do. Just a couple of minutes of mobilisation would have saved you 5 days of neck ache. So I'm going to very quickly have a quick peek. Morning, you guys are lovely. Okay, perfect. If you written me any questions, I'm going to get to them after this. But right now I'm going to demo you a nice mobilisation method that you can get done, and this is just for the upper body. Tomorrow I'm going to be doing, tomorrow I'm going to be doing hips, legs and back, lower back for you. But still stick around because I'm sure you'll learn something today. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Upper body mobilisation. So this can literally, I just told you I do this while I put my kettle on in the morning, and then I'm trying to drink my drink and I'm doing my mobilisations because I have to get to work really quick. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to make this super simple so that even if you're without me, it should be easy enough to remember. Okay, perfect. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to apply our 5 steps to perfect form. I know that most of you aren't going to know what that is, so I'm just going to run you through it now. But if you do want to know what 5 steps to perfect form is with a perfect rundown, give me a shout and I'll send you a video. It's just an easy way to know that you've got great engagement and you're ready to go. Number 1 is your anchors. They're generally going to be your heels or your palms, but right now we're using our heels, so we're going to anchor them by pressing and screwing them into the floor. We're going to squeeze our bum, that's number 2. We're going to engage our core, that's number 3. Number 4, we've got chest and shoulders, think about it, chest to the sky and shoulders to the back of the room. And then finally, for number 5, we're always going to check that rib cage is over the belly button. Those 5 steps give you perfect form and you feel like you're going to give it, like you are giving yourself a good hug from the inside. Amazing. So with that in mind, here's what we're going to do. Put our little kettle on. Perfect. Great. We're going to start to have a nice slow look at the floor. And I'm just going to have a little look at the floor. The moment that I feel that this is like too much of a stretch, that's just where I'm going to stop. And then I'm going to start to look at the back of the room. I don't really do these movements to a point of hurting. I feel that stretch and then I'll know that it's the time to go the opposite way. So you can see that I'm doing a good look at the floor and then a good look at the ceiling. I don't know why, but I like to do these in 4s, but you can pick your own magic number. 5 is nice, so 6. I'm not doing 1. 1 is not a magic number. So we've done, it is sometimes, but not today. So we're going to now move this into nose. So we've done up and down, now we're going to do side to side. So we're going to have a little look over there. And again, it's where you feel the stretch. So you don't want to stick to where you're not feeling anything. You want to feel that right on the edge of the tension, but it's not painful. And if it is painful, you've gone too far. I need to be a bit softer. Right, nice. So I've gone up and down, I've gone left and right. Now I'm going to do a half moon. So I'm going to do shoulder, rolling it down, over to the shoulder. And then you're going to do the shoulder, back over to the shoulder. So we're going to keep these hanging low moons first. And we're going to do 4, 5 or your magic number of however many you want to get done. You notice when you start doing this, if you haven't already, that sometimes you feel those, it's like a little snap, crackle and pop. That's like, you know those sweets that we used to get, those throw things anyway. Anyway, it can feel like that, and that is again down to range of motion. You might find that as we go through the circles, you've noticed I've just gone up, sorry guys, because I'm talking, I've gone up shoulder to shoulder. If you do feel the little snap, crackle and pop in the back of your neck when you're doing this, it's just a mobility thing, and you might find that it gets easier the more that you do that. And if it does hurt, if it's really painful, snap, crackle and pop, then it's probably best that you don't do this and go and seek some medical advice. But generally, it's okay to feel snap, crackle and pop so long as it's not hurting. It's just where you're actually moving your neck. So we've done good neck mobilisation there. We're now going to move on to the shoulders. So what we're going to do here is we're going to apply those 5 things again. We're going to put our thumbs facing each other and then we're going to reach all the way up. Nice. Make sure you've got a good bum squeeze and good anchors here. That's your heels into the floor and good core. If you don't, you'll feel that you're pushing your body into this, or that your torso helps the movement. And that's not what we're doing here. We're just on those arms, all the way up to the ceiling, and as far back as I'll go. Again, I'm not forcing it, just going it where it feels good, and I'm going to bring it back over. And on 4 of them, we're going to take it out. We like this one, all the girls love this one. 2, opening again, just taking it back as much as I feel comfortable to, and then I'm bringing it back around. 3, nice. Perfect. We're almost done there. We've got thumbs facing forwards, and I'm going to get you to do a little bit of a complicated one now. It's a figure of 8. So you're going to make your thumb draw it. We're going to go round, 8, back. Yeah, infinity signs. Thumbs up, thumbs back. Or you can do 4, however many you want. If you want to spend a little bit longer, you definitely can up your reps. You're not going to do yourself any damage by doing a lot of them. From here, we're now going to start drawing those figure of 8s backwards. So if it wasn't confusing yet, it is going to be confusing now. You're going to draw an 8 that way. It's okay if you need a little bit of time to sort your coordination out. I teach it and it still confuses me. So there you go. Love it. Okay, great. We've done all of the arms then. You notice that, or if you didn't notice, I'm about to explain to you why. All of those shoulder movements. So you've now done shoulders up, shoulders out, shouldered circles. And that's great for this shoulder joint because it's very movable. Okay. I've got one left here that I wanted to do for upper body. So we're going to apply for our 5 things again. And I'm going to get you to try and put your chin down to your chest. And then I'm going to get you to move your head down as far as it will go. We're not forcing it. Have a deep breath out. Notice that the rest of my body has not moved. Then I'm going to very gently bring my head back up. Have a look up. Have a little look at the sky. I'm going to bring it back down. So you see how it's a tiny bit different from my first one. It's not just nods. We're going down to the chin, and then we're going to tuck our head in without moving our upper body. Nice. I'm going to have a little look at it. Okay, I'm going to do that again, because I like the number 4. Nice. I think I owe one more there. Nice. Keep the chest up, keep the shoulders back. Look down, little look up. And really, it is that simple, really. I actually feel this for myself. I feel a lot more freer, more open. Yep, all that going on today. So I hope that you have enjoyed it. It's probably a bit of a wrong word. I know that stretches are boring, but guys, they are not as boring as sitting in a wheelchair in 10 years' time. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't move it, you will lose it. I'm not trying to scare you into like literally doing mobilisation, but it's so sad to see people losing their health and excusing it as everyday life when they could be doing something about it. That literally you can do it when you're making your coffee in the morning. That literally took enough time to make a good cup of coffee. Yeah, so if you are enjoying these, please take it back with me tomorrow, because I'm going to be sorting out your hips, your lower back, and that sciatic pain that a lot of you are telling me that you're getting. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm just going to have a quick look, see if I've got any little questions. Oh yes, hi people. Oh, there's loads of you here. Thank you so much, guys, for being around. You're amazing. Makes you feel, yes it does. So yeah, Tina's just said that when you do those mobilisation stretches, it actually makes you feel a lot better, and it does. I've written a piece about that because you're also performing an act of self-love, because you're actually getting to the bottom of your issues rather than just pretending that it's not there or living with it or taking another painkiller. Yeah. Same. Take a look for your back pain. Perfect. Yeah. Morning. Oh, well, you are so welcome, Abby. Thank you so much for being here this morning. It's nice to see your face again. So yeah, guys, I hope you're finding this stuff useful. Check back with me tomorrow. If you've got any questions, please drop them now while I'm still here, because it's always good to get a little bit of advice of you after it. Live, why not? But if you are not, and you just came to have a little watch and you're thinking, yeah, that's great, then I'd love to see you all again tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be focusing more on lower body. We're going to be doing hips, legs. So if you've got the sciatic pain, the calf pain, tight ankles as well, I'm going to give it all to you tomorrow. Love it. Thank you all so much for being here. I know stretches aren't the best thing in the world to do, but it is literally going to save you years later. Yeah, do it now so you don't have to wheel yourself around later. Have an amazing day, guys. Thank you so much again for being here. If you've got any questions, feel free to drop me a message. If I don't, I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.